as I told you, we have three different features. One is a workflow automation, another one is a task management system, another one is a document management system. So as per your need, you can go ahead and you can use the task board, where you can create multiple projects for your organization, and you can add multiple people to that, and you can give exact security for the board which you have created, and the task can be assigned to the respective person, and the timeline can be chosen based on the project which you create. So that is the major objective, and creating boards will be quite simple. You don't want to, it doesn't take that much time. You just need two information, like what kind of steps, what is the further steps that has to be adapted as per your business perspective. So we have our own template, like the terms, like the first step is the new project, and the second step is the to do, and the third one is in progress, and the fourth one is under review, and the fifth one is on hold, or the sixth one is development and completed. So all these steps can be customized, all these steps can be renamed as per your need. So I'll just start showing how to create a task board. So once you log into the system, you have to go to the third icon which says the task board. So just click on to that. So over here, you'll be having an option to create a new task board. That is like you can create new project. So just click on to the task board. It will ask you to choose if you want to create a task board from the scratch. So you can choose this, or else you can see here you'll be having templates for project management and everything. So you can choose this one, and you can enter the name, what exactly the task board is, what is the name for the board you want to give. You can give it and you can choose it. The choice is yours. So I'll just show you how to create it from the scratch. So click the create new task board. So you have to give a name for this task board. Like for example, I'm just giving as an example, like it's Maria's project, and you have to give a description, like what exactly the project is, a basic description for the project, and the step-by-step process. What is the first step? What is the second step? Either you can choose, you can name it any step what you want, like it might be phase 1 or phase 2, phase 3, or to do, in progress, like under development or under construction, whatever it is, as per your business terms and your project capability. You can give your own names for the step, and you can add multiple steps to this particular process. And once after creating this step, the second step will be like you have to integrate a form. The form is the heart of the application, where you're going to carry data to that particular project in a step-by-step process. So for here, you have to choose the option create a new form. So once you choose it, it will be as using this controls, you can create a detailed form. Like I'll just give you a basic Maria's project form. You have to name you have to give a name for the form, and using these controls you can create your own data carrying form. Like we have input field, divider, hyperlink, file upload option, buttons, tables, signature control. So using all these controls, you can create a detailed structured form which carries the data between the step-by-step process between the project which you create. So for example, I'm just choosing an input field. So once you drag and drop it, it will be asking what type of field it is, whether it might be a text field, or it might be a paragraph, or a multi-select option, chip option, email, telephone number, label, radio button, date, password, text area, select, checkbox, date and time, currency. Even you can have calculations, like if you use this compute field option, you can choose calculations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division on the form itself. So using these controls, you can create a detailed form. So that will be the initial step where the users will be entering the details. So you have to, if you have a predefined form, you can create the form within minutes, and you have to attach the form to the board which we create. So for example, like if it is an input field, it's a text field, like I'm just saying customer name, and what type of data it is. It's a string data. And the second one is customer phone number. That is also a string or a float, you can choose it. And the third option will be email, customer email, and you can save it. So as like what kind of data that has to be carried between the step-by-step process, you can create a detailed form, and you can create the form in multiple versions also. And once you save it, automatically the form will be saved to the boards. If you want to map the system variables, the system will be having its own variable, like the user logged in details, like the user first name, last name, his tenant ID, his username, current date. So these are all the system variables. So if you want to map it, you can map it. And the next step will be you have to choose the task title. That is nothing but the field which we create on the form, customer name or phone number. So once you choose the customer number, customer name, as per your choice, you can choose whatever it is as per the form which you created. So once you choose customer name and once you save it, automatically the form will be, the task board will be created. Options like you can create a start date and a due date. If you want to see the exact timeline of that task based on weekly or monthly or like yearly, you can choose the start date and due date. So that helps the view. You can see it on the Gantt chart. You can, I'm just showing you the Gantt chart for the project management, what we created. So this is a monthly thing. So you can see the dependencies, like this project is dependent on this one, and with this project has been, what is the exact project timeline, weekly basis, monthly basis, or a quarterly basis. So once you see this, like for example, the e-commerce website development is dependent on project for MCD, and this gives you like how many percent this task has been completed. So once you click here, it directly takes you to the task, and the person assigned to this task, they can add their work logs. They can work on this particular task, and they can add like how many hours they worked on this particular task. The user can estimate like this much hour this task has to be done within this the start date and the end date. So this helps you to give a detailed view and an automated view for the tasks which you create. And we have 4 different views. One is the board view, the common Kanban view, and another one is the grid view. So the grid view will be giving you detailed options like how many, the complete form which you created will be shown up here, and a basic list view which will show the list of tasks that has been created, and a Gantt view will be giving you the detailed timeline. So you have to mention the specific timeline for this project by clicking down the task. By clicking down the task here, you can add a new task here itself, and like you have to mention the start date and an end date. And you can create sprints. Sprints are nothing but like for a particular task, you can add that particular task to a sprint, and you can mention that this particular task will be carried out for 1 week. So what happens is you can create, I'm just adding it to a sprint. So this task has been added to a sprint. So you can see for this particular sprint, how many tasks has been added. So for this sprint from December 27 to Jan 9. So these two tasks are in sprint. So the person who works on this particular task, he can come and he can log his work, like how many hours he worked on this particular task, what is the work date, and the work command can be given. And the admin can give the exact estimation of hours, like how many hours you have to take for this particular task. So using all these options, like adding to a sprint, labels, assign it to somebody, or like creating dependencies, creating subtasks and automations, you can automate the overall project what you handle